Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to show how to set up your sign to portrait mode. So normally the panels are like this, horizontal. They're 1 foot high by 2 foot wide, and the masks, if you see, the masks have like a little baseball hat on them. I'm going to go ahead and just move this down so you could see. Well, I'll get this strap out of the way, and then you'll see that they have these baseball caps. You could see them sideways as well. Let me see if I can have the autofocus right here. You can see, and these will have to be changed. So they have screws. These are called masks, and they have screws which are basically, to keep them attached to the LEDs, to the LED boards. And then these are going to have to be, what we're going to do is, since the panels are like this, we're going to have to move them like this. They're going to have to be 1 foot across and 2 foot high. So as we do that, we have to move these masks, which are laying flat like this. We're going to have to move them like this. We're just going to have to rotate them 90 degrees. So instead of them being like this, they're going to end up like this. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this sample panel right here. And as I show you how to do that, we're going to be basically discussing a lot of points, such as, first we'll talk about the tools you need, which I have them laid out on top here. And then second of all, we're going to talk about what's the best way to do the rotation, and then lastly we're going to talk about how, in the case that since these have front screws, you're actually going to have to remove the hidden screws when you're working on changing these panels, the masks, I should say, the masks on the panels. So let's go ahead and talk about the tools that you need. Okay, so the first tool that you need is you're going to need some sort of flashlight like this, or a work light like this. And the reason you're going to need that is that you're going to want to light up the your work area here and be able to see the screws. I don't know if I can zoom in here with this lens, but let me see if I can. Yes, I guess I can. So here you could see, I'm not sure if you're able to see it very well, but here's one of the screws right here. Okay, here's another one right there. So they all go in a line. There's 25, I believe, per. So 1, 2, 3. Right here's another one, and then 4, and then 5. So anyway, they go horizontal and they go across as well. And I don't think this is going to perfectly focus, and I don't know if I can do a manual focus. Let's see. I'll try to switch to a manual focus here. Let's see if I can get it to focus properly. Let's zoom. Maybe it's not going to let me focus, huh? Here we go. Oh, great. It does let me focus. Here we go. So here you could see the screw right there. Okay, that's the screw. So we're going to need the light for that. I'm going to zoom out and kind of reset myself here. You're going to need the light. You're going to need a specific tool set. I've got a tool kit here, which has the PHO, it's called. PHO is the one that we want here. Let me see if I can get a focus on this. I think that's going to escape the focus. I don't know, but this is the one. It's a star. It's a Philips PHO. That's the one you need. You need the O, because that's the only one that's gonna be small enough to fit these tiny screws that have the masks. So you need a kit. I don't, you can use it from Skill or from here. You can find it on Home Depot, Amazon, everywhere. This is just another flashlight to highlight the screws. You're going to need a screw cup or some sort of cup to put the screws in when you take them off the masks to put them in there. And lastly, I have this here to remind you, you cannot use this, okay? If you use this, you're going to strip all the screws and you're going to have a really bad time. So definitely do not use a power tool. This is a hand tool only situation, or I guess we should say it's a hand tool only job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move these tools away, okay, and I'm gonna bring one tool here which I'm missing, and I shall be right back. Hold on. Okay, so I am back now, and I just got a new battery for our light, our work light, and there's two more tools that I want to show you. One of them is this. This is an ESD tweezer. I don't know if I can zoom in here. Right there, you see the tip. That will help you to grab the screws, or when you're placing them back, to put them in their position before you screw them down. And then the last thing I want to show you that you do as well need is you need this tool right here, which is the tri-bit security tool. That's to remove the 4 hidden screws on each panel, because I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I'm gonna pan here. I'm gonna zoom out first, and then I'm gonna pan to the corner here, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. So, as you can see here, right here, this is the triangular security screws, and there's 4 of them. If you remove all the little screws and you try to pull the mask up without removing this screw first, then when you try to lay the mask down again, I mean, you won't be able to pull it up. And also, we have to re-drill one of these little holes that matches up right there. We're going to have a drill or a punch to punch the hole again once we move this mask this way. Okay, so for testing purposes, or for this purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and just do this mask right here. Okay, and for this screw, you can use a power tool if you want. So in fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to set this into our little power tool right here. Okay, and when you work on this, always make sure you're on the lowest clutch setting, and then work your way up from there. I'm going to set it to reverse, and I'm going to remove this screw before I start removing the tiny screws. Okay, so this is the security screw. Now that I've removed it, I can go ahead and remove all the other ones, all the tiny ones. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's see if you can see the corner here. Okay, I want to make sure I got the corner. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm using the PH1 and just counterclockwise. Okay, that's the first screw. I don't know if you can see it right there. These are not magnetic either. So let me see if I can zoom out and then focus. Maybe I can just focus. You see, that's how the screw looks like right there. They're tiny. They're tiny. I mean, here's my finger to scale. So you don't want to lose them. They're not magnetic either. So you want to be really careful that you don't strip them. So that's it. That's the screw right there. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back in here, refocus. Okay, and I'm going to put the screw in my cup here. Okay, there's the little screw in there. Okay, so I'm just going to be fast here because I got to remove all these screws to show you guys. So here we go, second screw. Okay. And you could use the tweezers to get it. So this is the third screw. I'm actually not even gonna. Yeah, this one came out. So I'm gonna. Sometimes they'll come out. Sometimes they'll be kind of stuck on the end of the plastic. 4 and 5. Okay, so you've got 5 up, and I believe 5 across. That means you've got 25 screws per panel. Or you may not be seeing this. Let's see if I can move it up. No, this is rotation. Hold on a second. That's what I'm working at right now. Okay, so we got that. Okay, we got this one. Now I'm gonna move over. I remove this one. Now if I look over, here's the next one. You could also highlight it with your flashlight. It's right there, see it? Okay, so that's 6. It's coming out. Then 7. It's coming out. And then 8. And if you lose one of these screws, it's not a big deal. It's not like if you're gonna, that the sign won't be waterproof or anything. It's still gonna be waterproof, okay? So just wanna let you know that. But try to not lose any of them if possible. So here, now I've removed 10 screws.